On today's show, we bring you another Real Recovery Podcast Extra, episode 37.1. Join us as we capture the energy and spirit of the Oregon Recovers Walk in downtown Portland. In this special episode, Peter and Julie bring you live conversations with inspiring voices from the event, including Terry from the Mental Health and Addiction Association of Oregon, the GTD crew, Dan, Project Director for Recovery Network of Oregon, and many others who are making a real impact in the recovery community. Tune in to hear powerful stories and connect with the heart of Oregon's recovery movement.
Hi, this is Julie.
And this is Peter, another extra for you. Extra, read all about it.
This is the last event that we went to live.
Right.
And it was freaking amazing. Shout out to Bo.
Well, what was the event?
Oh, the Oregon Recovery Walk. Oregon Recovery Walk, sponsored by Oregon Recovers.
Yeah. And we've had several people from that organization on who we saw there as well, like Mike Marshall and Bo, who was really responsible for getting us a table. And
Bo put our logo. He put our logo on the shirt. He got us the table. He didn't make us carry the table.
Inside joke. No, it was. We are so grateful to Bo and how he accommodated us for that event, and it's just unbelievable. I can't express the gratitude. It's amazing. He's an amazing individual. We've seen him since at some other events. He's always positive.
Got to meet his wife the other night.
Yeah. And the event itself, so many wonderful people came out for that event. It was in Pioneer Square, downtown Portland. And everybody, there was I'd say about 10 booths that around the perimeter of the square. GTD was, of course, there.
And they had the best awning. Let's be honest. Their tablecloth and their awning matched. And Izzy was there with the whole crew. Connor was there. Chris was there. Greg was there.
You'll hear them in this episode.
My man Isaac was there. And it was just amazing. And then the Hope Line was there. We got to meet our new friend from Serenity Lane, who's coming up on the show with his wife.
That's awesome.
Doing the podcast. And then we got to meet Terry Myers as well. Amazing. Keep seeing her everywhere. She's everywhere. Everywhere and everything. And just amazing.
Yeah.
Just amazing. And shout out to our home group again. Colette, who's on our board, was there. And trust me, Colette is just so amazing.
Yeah.
That we're lucky to have her. Shout out to Brando, who just is new in recovery and came to support. Jen, Grant Shot, Roger was there again. It's just amazing. And Roger wore his Real Recovery Podcast shirt.
Yeah, that was so cool.
Jen had hers on. Just amazing.
Yeah.
And shout out to Mike Marshall. We saw him there as well. It was just amazing.
In the pictures, you'll see our booth, and we have the flag kind of in the front of the table.
Brand new.
And we've got some signs and things. And, those are because of some of the donations that we've received. We've been able to do some of these things. And so we're so grateful to everybody who is helping out with the show. There's nothing too small or too little. Every little bit helps. It all goes right back to the show and just making it making us feel more a part of, because there's nothing like showing up at an event and there's all these canopies and you're just intimidated. You're like, here's my little hand-drawn sign.
We have a Real Recovery Podcast poster board.
Yeah, spray glued it all together.
The fanciest thing we have is the flag. You got that for $20?
Yeah, it was such a great deal. And it's got our logo on it. But all these things make us feel so much more a part of the community. So if anybody who's on the fence about donating, please help us out and go visit our site. You can click on the donate button. There's so many ways to donate. But yeah, just visiting our site is the first place to stop.
Yeah, we appreciate it. More words than I can say. And everybody was there. Mike Hovey from Fora was there with the group from Fora. Just so many people. And then what I really saw was people that are not in recovery, supporting people in their
Yeah.
family
Yeah.
that were in
That was
recovery.
awesome.
And then Cheyenne, we met Salazar's daughter,
Mhm.
and she's on the podcast. She did a little snippet for us.
Yeah.
And we met Isaac, who's in charge of the housing for Cielo Treatment Center. Just, I cannot tell you and repeat everyone we met,
Yeah.
but whether it's Crestview, which we got to meet, just so many people, all
Yeah.
with one purpose.
And everybody gathered. Everybody got a T-shirt with our logo on it.
The
Everybody got
last one
signs.
at the bottom and the back.
Yeah, everyone got signs. Oregon Recovers signs. And so everybody marched throughout Portland then. They all met at the square, took off, did a march around the entire city, and regrouped at the square. And so it was very powerful to share recovery as possible for everyone.
And
You
just so
know?
you know, big hot moment for Peter and I. We made the news that night for 6 seconds. They showed our booth. So if you missed that 6 seconds, it was very exciting. I had two people call me and tell me, Real Recovery Podcast was on the news. And I was like, where? And looking it up. So I know that sounds funny, but Peter and I have worked really hard
Yeah.
on this project this year. And we talk about donations. It costs about $1,000, and that's rounding off a little bit, a show. And we've had about half of that in donations. And you think we put out 32 shows already.
Yeah.
So if that doesn't show you how much time, dedication, and purpose to spread the word, I don't know what does, Peter.
Yeah.
And Peter does the editing, which is probably the hardest part.
It takes a long time.
I do the talking, which is probably the easiest part. And our guests have just become more of our extended family.
Yeah. It's so cool when we go to these different events and get to see people over and over again. Their smiling faces, their positive attitudes. They're excited to see us. People come up to us and say, "Oh, that I just listened to so and so's episode. It really resonated with me." That's why we're doing this. It's to get the word out there, to share the experience and strength and hope of others, so that those who are struggling or still out there, or maybe those who aren't in recovery but just don't understand, can have a better understanding of what recovery is all about and how important it is to our community here, not only in Portland, Oregon, the country, the world, right?
Absolutely. I have one more shout out, Peter.
Oh, right.
And we got invited to 2 other events. We weren't doing the podcast. And I really want to say thanks to Mike Covey for getting us to the Fora Freedom Awards 50th anniversary. It was amazing, the success Fora has had.
Yeah.
And to be with our recovery family.
It was a very moving event to go to.
Peter was like the second best dressed there. The cowboy might have been a little bit better. There's photos on our website, but
the theme was 70s glams. I had to dress it up.
I was 8 years old in the 70s, so I wish they would have done 80s because I did have my Run DMC shirt ready to go. But
next year.
Thank you to Fora, and then thank you to 4D. We were just there for gratitude night on Friday. And Elton, she did a podcast. It's one of me and Peter's personal favorites.
Yeah. And Tara, who won the award that night.
It was crazy. Everybody on the stage, except for the MC, had done our podcast, which was really amazing. And we got to see Dante again from Harmony Schools. We got to see a lot of people we knew, and they raised $277,000 that night.
Yeah.
It was fantastic. So I just wanted to give a shout out and a thank you to both those organizations for including us and treating us like royalty.
And we look so forward to next year and all the events that will be coming up. And so keep our website handy, because we'll post those on our website as we get to learn of them. And the ones that we're at, you can come down and see us.
And we'll post some pictures from those events coming up. We have literally been, and I only said it once, I think, that busy with all these events, wrapping up the recovery month and moving on to the rest of the year.
Yeah. So take a listen. Hope you enjoy the episode from Oregon Recovers 2024.
Looking forward to 2025.
2025. Ooh,
They
that's
can't
scary.
go wrong with Bo. They can't.
Exactly. Thanks for listening.
Hi, Terry. How are you? Welcome to the Real Recovery Podcast. Today, we are at the Oregon Recovers Walk. We're downtown Portland at Pioneer Place, and we're with Terry. And Terry, tell us about your role in all of this.
My name is Terry Leckron-Myers, and I am in long-term recovery. I have 29 years. I use she, her pronouns. And I am so excited about being here because the Walk for Recovery is a way to mobilize and show people that recovery works. And there's only two ways to build power: money, which most of us don't have,
Right.
and people. And when you get a group of recovering people, we are a force of nature. And we can do and move mountains. And so this is why we're here.
100%. Yes. And you're in charge of?
Oh, I am the Senior Director for Mental Health Addiction Association of Oregon.
Love it.
And so we have about 45 to 50 programs that we have peer-delivered services throughout all of the three counties: Washington County, Clackamas County, Multnomah County. We also run the BHRC right down the street on 3rd and Park. And we did the pilot project for peer and police, getting them together so that we can provide services.
I've heard about that. That's
Terry
fantastic.
told us about it, that where you get to them and you get them in a program and you guys meet. Or that's the same one.
So we actually have a location at the Bastion building. And the bike patrol people will actually say, can you have someone be here on 5th and Taylor? We go down there, 2 people go down there at the same time, meet with people and just give them options and education and information, and they have choices. It gives them another avenue besides having the police right there saying, this is what we need to do.
That's fantastic.
I love it. We have so many mutual friends. Like,
Yes.
that is just crazy.
Yes.
And
So if people wanted to learn more about what you do, where would they go to find out that
They
information?
would go to mhao.org, and we have 3. Actually, we run the largest peer conference in all of Oregon, which is the Peer Apocalypse. And then we also have a division of our training because the peer world has gotten big. And so there needed to be some training. And so we have an 80-hour accredited PWS training. And so that is another arm of where people can get education and services if they want to be a peer. And then we also have positions. And so on our website in MHAO careers, we have a whole list of careers that are opening right now.
Oh,
I love
that's
that
fantastic.
so much.
And just, we've heard a little bit from different people we've talked to, but being a peer mentor or peer mentorship, explain what that is to our listeners so they can understand.
A peer is a person who has lived experience and connect with people that are right here having the same experience, whether they're in treatment, whether they're coming out of prison, whether they're on the streets. They have that connection, and that there's no one else that can really share and get the trust as fast as a peer can. And then it also allows for people to have voice and choice. We always want to have our peers that we serve have voice and choice, as opposed to being hauled out and saying, this is what you need to do.
That's fantastic.
That's amazing. I was going to say, thank you for stopping
Yes,
by.
thank you for
Pleasure to
coming by.
meet you officially. And I think that we'll cross paths very soon again.
Yeah.
So nice. It's been an honor to meet you all. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye. So we're here with one of my favorite people in the whole world. Actually, a couple of Roger's here, a.k.a. Daddy, and Izzy's here from
I'm
GTD.
here. I'm right here. And if you go to our table right over there and guess how many Skittles are in the jar, you'll win a free pair of running shoes. And your table here at the Real Recovery Podcast looks awesome. Almost as awesome as all of you. So I love seeing you out here. Okay.
Those pictures, but he has a fancy little awning and a
Yeah.
fancy tablecloth.
Yeah, we're 5 years in. You're in your first year.
We
You're
are
gonna
always
get
in
there.
your tail, your dust.
Okay, so Roger's interrupting me, so I'm gonna let you go. As always, he's always Okay, bye.
GTD.
Bye.
So who do we have here?
You have Eric Allen, better known as EA.
Nice
I'm a
to meet you.
licensed mental health, substance abuse counselor, and I'm a podcaster. Recovery is a
We
huge
love
deal.
podcasters.
It's a huge deal. So today is like Recovery Day. We call this like a birthday, like
This
a
is like the
celebration.
holiday.
Oh
I
my gosh.
understand.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love this whole thing, Recovery.
Shout out your podcast. What is it?
Affirmations for Recovery, streaming on all platforms, man. Check me out. I come out every single morning about 1 a.m. if you're in the West Coast. It's about powering your day, giving you that good motivation for the day.
That's awesome.
I'm a
That
energy
sounds
person.
awesome.
Thank you guys for being here, setting up shop.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah, we are so
meeting
proud to be a part of this
awesome
event.
people. And I'm going to tell you, because I've been around for a while,
Absolutely.
seeing so many people that I know that are in the community, it's like a freaking holiday.
It is a holiday. That's
It
what I
is.
call it, like celebration, clap, bravo.
It is. I love that you put out your affirmations every day.
That's
Every single
so
day, I actually have
awesome.
a journal. I have a few publications dedicated to the recovery space because I believe the current recovery model is it's a little stale, for the lack of a better word.
That's why we have no format.
Yeah.
We have you come to Studio H, which is Peter's house.
My living room.
And we actually sit there and just have a conversation. There's
Yeah.
no right. There's
Yes.
no wrong.
Yes.
We've done bipolar, NA,
Yes.
we've done it
I
all.
love it. I want to come. Let me know where I can be. I would love to be. a
Yeah.
part
I
of
gave you,
it.
hi, this is Julie. Welcome, and tell our listeners who we're with.
Hello, my name is Cheyenne Salazar.
And by the time this comes out, maybe your mom's story will come out. We just had Solara on the show, and you're from Cielo Treatment Center.
Yes, I am.
Tell us what's going on and why you're here today.
I'm here on behalf of Cielo Treatment Center. I am a CADCR there, so I'm getting my hours interning there.
Fantastic.
Thank you. I'm also a person in recovery. I just celebrated 4 years of continuous sobriety. Yes, and I'm very grateful to be here. Just
It's good on you.
thank you so much. Oh yeah. Looked rough a while back.
You don't anymore. You
Thank
look
you so much.
beautiful.
Thank
4 years looks amazing on.
Thank you.
So you're here. Are you here with the treatment center?
Yeah, so we brought a handful of clients out. Whoever wanted to come was welcome to come.
Love it.
Also, a lot of good friends here from both school, the recovery community, and then also a lot of people I haven't met yet and get the opportunity to meet. It's just been an incredible experience, like you guys.
We have met some amazing people already today.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And maybe we can get you on the show in the future.
That would be
Yeah,
epic.
we would love to do
It'd be
that and have your
amazing.
story.
I
Yeah.
followed you guys for a while, so that would be really an
That's
honor.
cool. That's
Awesome.
cool. Yeah, there's a lot of great energy here today.
There's so
and-
much. And what weather? Oh,
Yeah, and the weather turned out.
Yes, for better weather.
yeah.
Like, people don't understand. It's like going to be 71, sunny in Oregon.
In Oregon.
Not too hot.
In October,
not too
nearly
cold.
October.
I know. I brought like an emergency sweater just in case. You know? No umbrella, so that's a lot of faith.
Yeah.
I love that.
Thank you for stopping by and saying a few words on our show. We
Thanks
appreciate
for
it.
introducing yourself.
Thank you.
I love it.
Enjoy your time in the walk.
Thank you so much.
Hi, this is Julie, and we're with Dan from
Hi.
Oregon Recovers. And I'm really excited. I know you have a lot to do with the app because Bo told us.
Yes.
Could you tell our listeners about the app?
Yeah, so my role at Oregon Recovers is as the project director for Recovery Network of Oregon. I was brought in to create a centralized navigation system for the state. It was something that Oregon Recovers called out several years ago as part of the 12-step recovery plan, that to dig us out of this comprehensively and holistically, we had to at least be transparent about what resources we had, what we didn't, how to access them, and where those locations were and who they serve. And so we worked for 7 months to look at every single SUD resource within the state and their peripheral support. So what are the things that we need to stabilize just to access these windows of opportunity that come up for us as we're ready to pursue recovery? Things like food banks, things like shelters, things like employment supports, and things that the Burns are supporting. We pulled all of that together into a centralized directory. We launched a website last September, 1 year ago today. And then we worked on a mobile app, which we launched in January. We got 9,000 downloads out the gates.
Wow, that's
That's
incredible.
almost 10,000 people at this point who have a back pocket resource that connects them directly to a peer. We're a staff of 3. All of us are credentialed peers who can help navigate resources, make phone calls, fill out forms, including OHP. Anything that a peer could do, we can do.
I love that.
And so we're supporting folks who can't navigate themselves, right? And we're also lifting up a comprehensive resource for the workforce themselves, other peers, clinicians who really have a high level of acuity and who are navigating on behalf of someone else to know in one place where they can look rather than resource their friends, their networks, which is largely how we've been doing it so far. Right. You have to know someone who knows someone who's got the right phone number, who knows which bed is going to be open. And we're saying, let's stop that, right? One, it's not
source.
Welcoming to people entering the field who have yet to
Right.
work up the context needed to flex like that. And 2, it's time to be really transparent. We know we're 50th in access to treatment, but it's time to be transparent about what that actually looks like to enable a community member and a family to make choices around what they're going to do, knowing that there may be a 2-week wait, a 2-month wait, and what that means for them, so that they're not wasting their energy knocking on doors who will not be able to help them in time.
Where they can detox, all sorts of stuff. The good thing is we have a link to Oregon Recovers on our website.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, the app and our website is a little bit different. It's recoverynetworkoforegon.org. You can also download the app on Apple stores or on Android. It's free. It's lightweight. It takes no time to download. It's also Recovery Network of Oregon.
I think it's fantastic. There's a lot of people doing good, but it's been a lot of siloed efforts. And that app is just bringing everybody together.
Yeah, it's time to stitch it together and it's time to expose it for what it is and not be ashamed by that, which I think there's a little bit of resistance around communicating exactly where we're at because we're all working so hard. We're all working so hard.
There is a stigmatism.
Yeah, and I think as we're making these big investments into the structure and the systems and standing up more supports, it's feeling a little bit better about saying exactly where we're at. But I think the next step is being really clear around exactly how many beds are available of what type, and that's where we're going to go next, is a real-time availability for all housing and treatment providers.
That would be fantastic.
It's a game changer.
Yeah, it
That
would
is
be.
a game changer.
Totally.
And I have to tell you, really, the most amazing people are in recovery. We don't know that. People don't know that. But I know that from being in recovery so long that the most amazing people are in recovery.
The resilience is through the roof, right? I've never met a different community of people who have been through more and who are doing the most as the result of that, right? You swing exactly opposite with the same amount of energy from being in the depths of despair, total destruction, and for me, being really close to killing myself, either through my own hand or through a series of behaviors. And I've come completely opposite direction. And now I'm investing all of that same energy I was on a coping mechanism that was killing me on thriving.
That's what
And I see that in every space.
Yeah.
And every exhibitor that's here at this walk for recovery right now.
I freaking love it.
Thank you for stopping by and sharing a little bit about
I
it.
appreciate
Thanks
it
for having
more
me.
than anything.
Yeah.
And keep up the good work.
Thank you.
That's a wrap on today's episode. Thanks to each and every one of you for lending us your ears and hearts. Your engagement is what fuels our passion and keeps this podcast thriving.
We cherish the moments we share here and hope they resonate with you, whether you're on a daily commute, at the gym, or just taking a moment for yourself.
Make sure to head over to our website at realrecoverypodcast.com. While you're there, subscribe to our newsletter for the latest insights and uplifting stories from our community delivered straight to your inbox.
Click that subscribe button on your favorite podcast player too, so you can keep up with every new episode. It's your support that keeps our conversation alive and meaningful.
And if our stories have touched you, consider using the donate button on our site. Your contributions, no matter the size, are deeply appreciated. They help us continue our mission of sharing hope and healing.
Join us beyond the podcast and follow our journey on social media. Find us on Instagram, Facebook, and on X, formerly known as Twitter. All the links are on our site, so you can stay connected and be a part of the Real Recovery community every day.
Your likes, shares, and comments not only spread the message of recovery, but also remind us that we're all in this together.
So, until we meet again, remember that recovery is a journey, not a destination, and we'll be here to accompany you every step of the way to recovery, real recovery.
Thanks for listening.